Folks, as you know, I don't record on Fridays and Saturdays anymore. Those are my days to stalk people on Instagram. One of those people I stalk is Elise, and I want to share with you a post she put out because I want her to break this down. What does it mean to her? What does it mean to me? And here's the quote from her Instagram page, which is investing for financial freedom. Do me a favor, follow her, send her a note, say you came from one rental at a time. But here it goes. The best real estate investors are always hungry, but never thirsty. That kind of hits different. What does that mean to you, Elise? That's really well done.
Yes, thank you. So everyone, just to give background, the slang on being thirsty, right, is you really want something to your own detriment, right? Like, so being hungry, right, is being open, available, looking for deals, right? But not taking deals that don't make sense for the sake of doing a deal. And so we've seen in the past, especially with the rising prices and now with interest rates, you know, and everyone wants to be a real estate investor. And so I very much caution against taking on refinances for those that are interested in BRRRR or, purchasing with an interest rate that it does not pay for itself. Um, for the sake of doing a deal. So yes, be hungry, look for deals, analyze deals, make offers, but don't accept anything that's going to put you in a financial position. Don't be thirsty.
Yeah. I just love how you've adopted the, I don't know if we call it street slang or whatever we want to call it to kind of our area because it's so dead on, right? These thirst traps and all this stuff that I see out there in
Mhm.
social media. It is in real estate as well. I mean, how many social media pages are out there slinging, crack rock about it being easy and Instagram life and oh, by the way, I've got 5 of these and I'm living on a yacht somewhere. That's just
Mhm.
not reality, right? So, just not reality.
No, totally agree. And I think people are getting impatient. They've been sitting on money or capital and really just wanting to be that real estate investor. But I've even asked people when they've posted their deals, knowing, because they'll say what they purchased it for, and I
Mhm.
just know the rent won't carry it. So either you are putting large
Yeah.
sums of capital, so it will cash flow, right? But what's your ROI there? You're paying for the cash flow. So, and I know that. And so, they'll say like, oh, my mortgage payment is this. And I'm like, well, what did you put down then? And what are the
Yeah.
rents? And I don't want to be that person, but I also don't want them to be fake influencers
Yeah.
to other people to their detriment. And that's a fact. And I try not to get into the comments and into the weeds with people, but on occasion, I'm like, this is not good. And I can see it from
Yeah.
360 feet away. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I love the idea of being hungry because that, 20 some odd years into this, I'm still hungry, but
Yes.
I could, I just do the work, right? For me, it's all about having a focused buy box, looking at it every day, figuring out average, and then never being average. Don't be
Yeah.
average. Don't
Yeah.
just do. I saw a post the other day. It's probably been 6 months, basically saying, I'm going to do a deal. I'm going to lose a little bit of money, but I'm going to consider it my tuition. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not, you know, that's not, no, you don't have to lose money to, be the tuition to get in real estate. That's an crazy mindset. That is being thirsty, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is. I would also say too, once you do deals, it's almost like, I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure I do know you get hungrier, like, right? Like
Yes.
once you experience the benefits of it and you get hungrier and you want to buy more and do more. But you cannot let that dip into the numbers that, you've
No.
decided for yourself. Your criteria can't change.
Yeah, here's an example of being hungry because this is the world I live in today. So I've done 2 deals in the last, I guess, 8 weeks now. And the deal I do next will be better than the previous two. I will just continue making every deal better as this market change and as terms get more popular and all of these things that I've done in my past. I will make sure every
Yeah.
deal the rest of the year is better than the one before. It's just how I'm going to roll. And if it doesn't
Yeah.
work, I just won't do the deal.
Right. I would also say people really need to increase their knowledge, and some of that is creative financing and
Yeah.
figuring out different ways to structure deals so that you're not thirsty. You just figure out how to make the deal work. So if it's terms or whatever else it is, you're not being thirsty. You're just figuring out a way to make those numbers work for you, and you're still meeting your criteria just in a different way. So there's so much to learn in real estate, and figuring out different ways to structure a deal can be really important as you continue in your investing career.
Yeah, and again, one of the things that you did, you have your own playlist on my channel. People can go back and watch, but you bought a portfolio of properties
Yeah.
over the last couple of years, and that was communicating with the seller.
Yes.
And then there errors, and then you had to be creative
Yeah.
and pivot. And you had to do all these things. So
Right.
again, you can have conversations with sellers or owners, as I call them, and really figure out what works for them. Maybe it's their price, but your terms.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's not a bad
Exactly.
thing.
Right. It's funny, we'll have to share, I don't want to jinx it. We'll have to share in the future a deal that we're looking at right now. But when we start to hear different no's, we ask the whys. And right now we're continuing the deal. We're probably going to sign very soon. We have a verbal agreement anyway. And the way that we're making this deal work is an option. So we are going to do an option contract. So that we heard a no, right? But we're continuing to make it a yes at a price point that we want. They said we can't take, that price point right now, and we said, how about we purchase for this price point on this date?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just figuring out different ways to make a deal work.
Yeah. Again, real estate investing, lots of options, lots of creative ways to go to get into the game. Never done learning. I'm 22 years, still learning creative financing ways. Markets change and shift. Just there's lots of opportunity. Don't be scared. Don't gamble. Don't rush. Don't be thirsty. Do the work. Network with the right people. Elise, you're one of those people they should be networking with. How should they follow you?
Yes. You can find me on Instagram at investing for financial freedom. Don't be thirsty.
Don't be thirsty. Thank you so much.